Thank you for deciding to spend time with me. I really felt like sharing this thing with you today, and I hope you'll stick around because it's something I've been thinking about a lot, and it feels important to get it out there. And it might sound tricky or it might sound like a nonsense. Before I explain it, you might think that absolutely not, that what I'm saying is crazy, but it's actually very true. It's very true, 100%. And let's start like this. You know that feeling when you try to control everything, every little thing, not just the big things, but every tiny little detail in your life, every outcome, every interaction, every plan you make, and you feel like if you don't somehow, things will fall apart. You know, that feeling. Most of us live with it, and honestly, it's exhausting. But here's the thing I want to tell you today. Trying to control everything isn't just exhausting, it's actually dangerous. It can quietly take a toll on you in ways you don't even notice. And it can slowly, almost invisibly, affect your relationships, your happiness, and your sense of self. I want to start by being really honest with you. Why do we try to control everything? It feels safe, right? Control equals security. If I have a plan, if I micromanage every step, then nothing can go wrong, you know? That's the illusion we've all bought into at some point, maybe even right now. Think about your daily life, schedules, work, relationships, social interactions, your image, how you're perceived is endless. And so many of us fall into the trap of thinking that if we manage everything, we can prevent anything bad from happening. But that's just it. It's an illusion. You can plan, you can organize, you can micromanage, but life has this sneaky way of reminding you that you aren't actually in control. You know, I used to think that if I mapped out every single detail, if I planned everything to perfection, nothing bad could happen. I would spend hours thinking about what I could do next, what might go wrong, how to prevent it. And I truly believed that the more I controlled, the safer I was. And yet, life always had other plans. You know, it can be a lot of things. Let's say, for example, a phone call, a reaction from someone I couldn't predict, a tiny mistake that threw everything off. Suddenly, I realized how little I was actually controlling. Does this sound familiar to you? The tight chest when something doesn't go as planned. The little panic bubbling up when things start to slip away no matter how hard you try. That's your brain whispering the truth. Control is mostly an illusion. And the harder you try, the more it slips through your fingers, like the water in your hands. And we keep trying anyway. And here's the real danger. Trying to control everything doesn't just make life stressful. It can literally make you feel like you're losing your mind if it goes unchecked. I'm not exaggerating. Constantly obsessing over details, predicting outcomes, and micromanaging situations can lead to anxiety, insomnia, panic attacks, and even a sense of disconnection from reality. You might notice yourself becoming irritable, snapping at people over small things, or replaying every single interaction in your head for hours on end. I've been there. I felt the way your thoughts spiral. Did I say that wrong? Did I do enough? Did I forget something? What if this goes wrong? Eventually, if it continues, it can feel like your brain just won't shut up. Like you're trapped in a loop you can't escape from. It's exhausting, it's isolating, and it's dangerous. Relationships can suffer too. Imagine being so focused on controlling outcomes that you start pressuring the people you care about without realizing it. Friends might pull away because they feel like they're constantly under your watch. Family might feel like they can't breathe. Colleagues might see you as tense or unapproachable. You can end up lonely, frustrated, and even paranoid that no one will ever get it, or that everything depends on constant vigilance. And in the worst case scenario, the cycle of over-controlling can actually contribute to depression or burnout because you never give yourself permission to rest or let life unfold naturally. And here's the brutal truth I need to tell you. You know, when you try to control everything, you feel constant, insane guilt and anxiety. I know because I lived it. I was super depressed from it that I didn't have a single second of freedom in my mind. I lived in a literal torture and a hell of my own mind. This isn't exaggeration. This is what it does to you. It destroys your mental health, your sense of self, and eventually it even begins to affect your physical health. Your body starts holding tension, fatigue builds up, sleep disappears, and your energy drains. Trying to control everything doesn't protect you, it slowly erodes you. It's a trap, and it's one of the most subtle and cruel ways life can weigh on you without you even realizing it. But here's the paradox. You know, letting go doesn't mean giving up control completely. It doesn't mean being passive or letting life just happen to you. It just means reminding yourself over and over whenever whenever you feel the urge to micromanage or obsessively control everything, this isn't necessary. The more you remind yourself, the more naturally it fades. You start to control life more easily, more smoothly, more effectively. You don't have to fight for every little outcome. You don't have to micromanage every situation. Just focus on what truly matters and let the rest flow, without torture, guilt, or constant anxiety. That's the kind of freedom I'm talking about. Think about it like this: you can't control the weather, the traffic, or how someone else reacts, but you can control your own actions, your energy, your choices, and your priorities. And the more you focus on those, the less you need to fight for the rest, And actually, what's the biggest paradox? That's where real natural control comes from. You get it without the endless torture of micromanaging every little thing. Here's a metaphor I love. Imagine holding a bird. The tighter you grip, the more it struggles. The more likely it is to fly away or hurt itself. But if you hold your hand softly, with calm attention instead of panic, the bird relaxes, trusts you, and sometimes even lands on your shoulder. That's exactly what happens when you stop trying to control everything. You're not giving up. You're approaching life in a calmer, more intuitive way, and suddenly it all feels lighter. I'll be honest, I fought this for years. Letting go felt like surrender, and I worried that chaos would take over. But when I finally allowed myself to stop micromanaging, life didn't fall apart. Challenges still came, of course. They always do, but I handled them with more clarity, more grace, and surprisingly, even a little joy. It was really terrifying at first, but liberating in a way I didn't expect. Imagine if you could just breathe for a second, free from the chains of obsessive control. That's the freedom waiting for you. So here's the reminder I want you to take with you. Every time you feel like you're trying to control everything, just remind yourself it's not necessary. You don't need to hold it all together. You'll notice slowly, almost magically, that the urge fades and life feels lighter. You control more naturally, more easily, without tormenting yourself in the process. You can actually enjoy being alive because your mind isn't trapped in constant torture. If you take one thing away from today, let it be this: trying to control everything won't save you, but reminding yourself to let go a little, that might just save your mind, your happiness, and your health. And when you finally allow yourself to loosen the grip, even just a little, life feels sweeter, freer, and somehow more yours. Flowing with life doesn't mean being lazy, passive, or letting life devour you. It's not about sitting back and doing nothing. Instead, it's the belief that everything is written and that life has patterns and paths. When you trust that flow, your actions, your decisions, and the way you stand up for yourself actually become more deliberate and more powerful. Paradoxically, you gain more control over your life than if you thought you were a god trying to micromanage everything. You act, you responded, you show up, but from a place of calm clarity, not forced control. Thank you for hanging out with me today. It really means a lot, and I really appreciate your precious time. You could have been watching any other video on YouTube, but you chose mine, so it really means so much. You can hang out with me in my other videos if you only want. No pressure, I'm just inviting you to join, but you don't have to subscribe, like, or share, whatever. It's all up to you. You can even dislike if you want. Feel free to dislike. Of course I don't want it, but you have free will. The fuck? I can't wait to catch you soon. Just remember to breathe, be gentle with yourself, and let life flow a little, because you deserve that always.